Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to the first community call for the Liquality Wallet and ecosystem. We are very excited and happy to have everyone here. My name is Whipper. I am a Liquality enthusiast and a community volunteer. We have a very exciting call prepared for everyone, so please sit back and relax. Before we get started, just some very basic, simple rules for the call. If everyone can please stay muted until we get to the Q&A section of the call, that would be greatly appreciated. Once we are in the Q&A section of the call, if you want to ask a question, simply just type a +1 in the chat and we will get to you in the order in which it came in. And before I pass this off to Alex and the team for introductions, I want to mention that we have a small raffle and giveaway for those of you who stick around to the end. So please stick around and relax and enjoy. And I will pass it through to the team. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Whipper. I really appreciate it. Alex, do you want to kick it off with a round of introductions and then I can do the rest of the presentation? Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's do that. So hi, everyone. Welcome to our first community call. Thanks, Whipper, for organizing this and helping us get prepared for this. I'm Alex. I lead the marketing on the team, and I'm really excited to be not only sharing our updates with you, but also learning more about what you guys have to say and ask about the project, because yeah, we're really going to need your help for moving this project forward. That's it on my end. Simone, you want to go next?
Yeah, and maybe do you want to go to the team slide? Yeah, awesome. Okay. Hey everyone, it's really good to meet you or to see you again here. I'm Simone Lapsher. I'm the co-founder of Liquality, originally from Venezuela. I worked at my background is in engineering. I worked at Deloitte Consulting, focused on payments. Then I switched over to Consensus. And that's where I met Tessie and the rest of the team. And so we've been working together as a team, remote first, for the past 2.5 to 3 years. And it's been an incredible experience putting together and assembling this team of incredible people around the world. And we're really excited about where we are as a team, as a product. I think I have these conversations on a daily basis about where Liquality is, but I think that especially now, we're in a place where we're at the right time with the right product as the multi-chain world becomes real. And so I'll talk about that a bit later, but I'll pass it on to Tessie to introduce herself a little bit. You're on mute.
Forgot to unmute myself. My name is Tessie Merain. I'm a co-founder and responsible for UX and product strategy. I am half German, half Iranian, live in the US, live in New York. So I was always having needs for global interactions, global money, and love crypto. That is one of the benefits. I also worked in the corporate and investment bank of JP Morgan during the financial crisis, and we all know how well that went. And I started looking for more equitable financial systems after that. I joined as an activist, Occupy's alternative banking group, and explored sharing economy and other things, and then I was introduced to blockchain at Burning Man, by the way, and during a dust storm. And it really, I was totally amazed by it and immediately thought this is really great because of creating systems and more equality around. But I also thought there are not enough females in this space at all. I didn't see any women initially, and so I also started Women in Blockchain in 2016. And so, and I had a Bitcoin in 2012 and didn't realize how amazing it was. I wish I did. And but came back to Bitcoin via Ethereum, learning about blockchain and crypto. And so, yes, so later we started in 2018, we started Liquality together with Simone and Alex. And yeah, have been going strong ever since. I love working with a global team.
Awesome, thank you, Tessie. Let's go to Mo next. Mo, you want to do a quick intro?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Mo. I've been working with Liquality for a while now, and I'm a full stack dev working on all the different kinds of products that we're building. I'm originally from Iran, and I guess it's not hard to imagine why somebody from that kind of environment and kind of from that world or in between that world and this world would be interested in a kind of reinvention of finance and the breaking down of barriers of finance and money. And yeah, I had a while working in Morgan Stanley in traditional finance and found it quite limiting. And so coming from that background and becoming familiar with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin a few years later, really stuck with it. Really stood out to me, and here I am. Yeah,
Awesome.
That's it for me.
Thank you, Mo. Harsh, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hey, hi everyone. I'm Harsh. I'm from India, a partially free country nowadays. So I'm working on currently agent and then some of the DevOps stuff for the Liquality. Like I can talk more about India right now, but I'll just stop on Liquality right now. So like there are a lot of interesting things happening in Liquality. For the timing, like I'm working on the agent, so we are trying to figure out the peer-to-peer liquidity protocol for the Liquality, and yeah, a lot of exciting things coming up. So yeah.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Do we have? I think we have Bradley. Bradley, do you want to give a really quick intro?
Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you all. I'm working for Liquality since the past year, from November, I think. Right now, I'm working in the front end side, working in the wallet. So I don't know, maybe I can say that it's a really interesting project for me. Learning a lot here. That's it.
Awesome. Yeah. Bradley is directly responsible for all of the pushes and new releases that you see in the wallet. And so he's been a great addition to the team. And then to close out the dev team, we just added a new member. Carl, you want to give a quick intro?
Yeah, sorry I got my camera off. I don't have a virtual background that I enjoy, so keep my camera off. But I actually just joined. I've been interning for a month. Today's my first official day. I am a full stack dev, currently focused in the swap UI. So excited to bring you guys that. Other things, I love crypto. I've been in it since 2011, 2010, way in the beginning, and I've seen it adapt. So I mean, just to be getting into the industry is huge for me. It's almost like a dream. So very excited to be here. Very excited. Great team. I love everything so far, and excited to show you guys what we got for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Carl. And then we also have Anne to close out the team.
Hey, I'm Anne. So I've been working with Liquality for about 1 year. My focus is on visual design and UX. So working on the wallet, the swap UI, along with all the company marketing materials, so pitch deck, website, anything that really needs visual design. And I've been working in digital for over 20 years. Kind of like, Tessie had said, I spent a lot of time working at kind of traditional finance. I worked at BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, long time ago, McKinsey, and really have just been focused on fintech applications the past 10 years. I also started my own analytics and trading platform called Sign that was also sort of after the financial crisis, feeling like we needed to find more open and transparent ways to work across. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, and so Anne and Tessie are the whole reason why the wallet works in such a beautiful way, and the way that we can bring a cross-chain, incredible user experience to everybody. And so yeah, let's move on. I just wanted to quickly, because this is our first community call, I wanted to quickly cover the reason of existence for Liquality, and so I'll cover that in a few minutes. And as you know, we have many different blockchains in existence, many different forms of value that people have And so you have, Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, and you also have other forms of value outside of blockchains that basically are not compatible with one another. And so today we're starting to live in a multi-chain world. Binance Smart Chain is getting real traction. Polkadot in Asia as well, has over 100,000 users. It's number 3 on coin market cap, I think. There's all of these different chains. Solana's starting again to get real traction with Serum, Near, Cosmos, but they all exist in complete silos. So if you want to use the different blockchains that exist, you have to download many different wallets, each one with its own really kind of like inconsistent experience. Some of them are good, some of them are not at all. And then if you want to go between them, if you want to exchange value between them, you either have to go through a centralized exchange, which I think we all understand the issues of, basically, giving up your custody and facing centralized exchange risk, or you have to use some of these ad hoc bridges that are popping up that are usually just one way between two chains, and you have to kind of like find where they are. It's really hard to use. And so that's where Liquality comes in. And Alex, you can move on to the next slide. We are both the cross-chain liquidity network. So basically the ability to swap between one chain and the other in a completely trustless way. And then we've also built the multi-chain user-owned wallet, so the single interface to crypto. And so over the past few years, since we started in 2018, we've built a full suite of products. I think most people will know us by the wallet, but I'll explain kind of like what's happening in the background. And so the most powerful thing that we've actually built is our protocol called the chain abstraction layer. And so all of these blockchains basically speak a different language. They have different parameters. Usually they're not very compatible with one another. So what we've done is we've created a middleware layer that allows for simplified communication to many different chains. And we've also added the standards and instructions into each chain to communicate and exchange value between them. And so that's based on a standard called hash time lock contracts, or cross-chain atomic swaps. And so every time we add a new chain into the chain abstraction layer, so as an example, right now we're adding Near. Once we add Near into the chain abstraction layer, we're able to swap between Near and everything else that's already in the chain abstraction layer. So you can see how as we add more and more chains, this becomes really powerful, because we don't need to do basically interoperability between ad hoc chains. We can do everything, make everything interoperable. And so on top of the chain abstraction layer, we've built separate interfaces. The two that you might know are the web application. So on a browser, you go to liquality.io/swap and you can swap cross-chain. And then the second product, which we launched in September, that has been doing amazingly well, is the Liquality Wallet. And so basically you can think of it as a cross-chain MetaMask with superpowers. You have all of your different chains under one single wallet in a simple unified user experience, and then you can also swap between them in a swap cross-chain in a trustless way. And then on the other side, we've built market making bots and tools so that market makers can provide liquidity directly into the network and have that kind of like peer-to-peer liquidity network aggregation. Yeah, we can move on to the next slide. And so I want to talk a little bit about where we are now, where we're going in the near future, and then what's next in the long-term roadmap. So first, to cover the bottom part of the slide, basically what's live today, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ERC20s, RSK, which is a Bitcoin sidechain where sovereign and money on chain live. We have Near and Binance Smart Chain. So Near is live on our development wallet. It's going live in the wallet in a couple of weeks. And then moving forward, we have a full pipeline of integrations that we want to do. And the way we do this is that we develop relationships directly with the chain teams themselves. And we either get a grant or we basically partner with them to go to market together. I really believe that our wallet is a significant improvement in terms of product. And so when we bring a community into the wallet, we see that those communities kind of like adapt to or come into the Liquality community as well. And so we're thinking about Cosmos, Polkadot, so a mix of layer 1s and layer 2s, Optimism for layer 2, Polygon as well, where Aave just launched, and then moving forward to Solana, Arbitrum, Ava, Terra, and then some privacy coins like Zcash and Monero. And so where we are today, we just passed 5,000 weekly active users. So I want to thank you for using the product and using it actively. And if you have, I'll talk about what you can do next, but if you have feedback on the product and there's something you don't like, don't hold it back, reach out. We have many ways of getting in contact with the team and help us push the project forward. And then last month we did 350% more volume than we did in February. So March was a really good month for us. We did close to $5 million in cross-chain atomic swaps. So if you think about what's happening in the DEXs universe on Ethereum, where Uniswap is doing billions of dollars, the cross-chain world is just getting started. So there's a huge opportunity here for how we grow the network from where we are now, $5 million a month, to where we want to be, which is billions of dollars every day happening in a trustless way across chains. Recent releases that we're really proud of, we integrated our RSK, and the RSK community is really liking the product and using it for, like I mentioned, apps like Money on Chain or Sovereign. We partnered with Sovereign directly as their preferred wallet, and we'll be working together on a closer integration directly from the wallet. And then we also released Bitcoin injection, which has never existed before to everyone's, to the team's surprise. There's no easy way to do Bitcoin payments in the browser. And so now with the wallet, you essentially get the same kind of like pop-up capability that you're used to with MetaMask, but you can do that with Bitcoin payments. And so if you're using Bitcoin for topping up your mobile phone, for paying some bills, basically you can do that directly from the browser with your Liquality wallet in a really nice experience. Moving forward, we have some incredibly exciting things ahead. We're about to release probably, I would say, the biggest release we've had since launching the wallet. That will contain a couple of things. So the first one is it will have new chains. So Binance Smart Chain, we already support the use of it, but we don't have the swaps live. So we will have swaps from BNB to Bitcoin, Ether, RSK, and Near. And we're also launching the Near as well, together with the Near team. We will also be integrating hardware wallet, a hardware wallet into the Liquality wallet. So we'll be using Ledger as our first integration for hardware wallet. This has been probably the most requested feature out there. And so we're really close to getting that ready. And then also it will have multi-account support. So basically right now the wallet is just one single account for every chain. Now you'll be able to create multiple accounts for each chain, and they will live side by side next to the other chains, as we have now. So that will be the next big release, and then shortly from that, we'll have also some pretty cool feature releases like direct wallet integrations with 1inch, and so you'll be able to do any ERC20 swap directly from the wallet. And not only that, starting from that, but moving forward, we'll integrate our cross-chain swap capability to 1inch as well. And so you'll be able to do essentially any chain that we support to any ERC20. So you can think of doing like Bitcoin to Wi-Fi or Bitcoin to Aave directly through our cross-chain atomic swaps plus 1inch integration. Also, we'll have custom transaction fees. So right now we have slow, medium, fast, and we'll be moving to custom. We'll be implementing a referral program so you can help us get the word out there about Liquality. And then we'll also be doing a native sovereign integration to use the protocol directly from the wallet. And we also know there are a few bugs outstanding that we've been meaning to fix. And so we're trying to get there as fast as possible. The first one is the Bitcoin fee estimation, which doesn't allow you to send more than the max. And so we're working on that. And then also improving our BTC liquidity by bringing in some more liquidity and some more market makers. So that's on our short-term list. All of that you can, so the big release that I spoke about is coming in the next couple of weeks. And then the rest of that should be coming in the next month or two. And then on the long-term roadmap, we have a lot of things planned. Some of that include, more continuing to integrate more and more chains, the ones that are on the roadmap, and even more. We want to build a mobile app, so we'll be launching an Android and a iOS mobile app in the, I would say in the medium to long term. We want to mature our market making software. And what does that mean? Essentially, it means automating away the complexity that our market maker currently has so that everyone can provide liquidity. At first, it will be a standalone app that you'll need to run on a server. But then as we improve the experience, you'll be able to also provide liquidity directly from the wallet. And so basically passive income directly from your wallet without having to lock your assets on a contract. They will just live in your wallet and you'll be able to sell and make a passive income on that. On top of that, we'll also be externalizing the wallet capability so that people can build functionality for the wallet directly. And so, we have a transaction automation capability that we've developed, which is really, really cool. And we think that, there's going to be a lot of applications that will want to use that to build, plugins that allow users to save a lot of time and effort into some activities. So an example of that could be, Badger DAO deploying a plugin to do native Bitcoin, to wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum, depositing that into a vault, and then using that deposit token to get us a self-paying loan. All of that could become one single user click through our plugin framework. On top of that, continuing to add more L2s, and then fiat on and offboarding ramps, and then continuing to expand the liquidity network so that we have really fast, cheap swaps that are incredible in depth, so you can do as much as you want. So that's what we have planned ahead. It's a lot, but the team is growing, and we are accelerating our speed to market as well. And so it's, to me, like I said before, I think we're at the right time, in the right place, and we need everybody's help to make this a reality. And so let's move on. Alex, do you want to cover this? I can cover this as well.
Yeah, why don't you take this away?
Okay, great. So there are a few ways to get involved today, and there will be more and more going forward. And so the first one is feedback, right? We if you use the wallet and you like what you see, and if you have things that you want to see next that we have, that are not on the list that I spoke about, or you are really excited about something I spoke about, let us know so that we can prioritize it. Our prioritization comes from a combination of things, one of which is our users and what our users tell us that they want. And so please give us feedback. There's a feedback form on our Twitter, and with every release we also provide a feedback form, and we give some incentives for that, and so reach out. The second part is the community, and so we will be growing our community moderators team as we expand the community, and we want to start with the most active community members that care about Liquality and that have been here for a while, have been using the product, have been helping people out on the Telegram. We'll also be opening a Discord, so helping us stand up the Discord and just being active community members to and to reward that. We will also want to have the community member of the month. The first one absolutely goes to Whipper. He's been doing an amazing job of helping us kind of like think about community, think about expanding the community, and starting with the planning of this call. So thank you, Whipper, for your involvement.
Thank you very much.
No, amazing. And we expect that we will, see more community moderators get involved. We will see the community expanding and having a really, just a really vivid and engaged conversation on how we grow this project together. And so get involved. And then the third part is early contributor program. So we're just starting to design an early contributor program for how we reward early adopters of Liquality who want to get involved and help us in many different ways. So if you have experience doing some of this, please reach out. And then if you have an idea of somehow that you think could benefit the project, that you have a specific skill set or have an expertise in, whether that's design, development, community, marketing, growth, any of the any skill set that you believe could be a real value add to the project, please reach out and we'll find a way to work with you.
And of course also we are always interested in how you use the product and what features you would like to have and what's workable, what's usable, what's not usable, where you get stuck. Things like that. If you see something really cool, please ping it to us. You can also DM me, and so that I see it right away. And then also we will be user testing. If you're interested in that, you can also DM on Telegram.
Okay, awesome. We're going to open it up now to everyone for our Q&A section. Anyone who is interested in asking a question, if you could just type a +1 in the chat, just like I did, just so we can get to you in an orderly fashion, that'd be awesome. We did have some community questions come through on the Telegram group. So I think we'll start with those, if that's okay. You did touch upon this a little bit, Simon, but there was a question with regards to native sovereign integration. The question wasn't so elaborate, but maybe you could just sort of touch a little bit about what sort of things one can expect with regards to the integration with Liquality and Sovereign.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And so just to cover, kind of like give a little bit more context to integration. So we'll be starting to work on native integrations in the wallet with different dApps and protocols, so that you can do more things with your wallet, right? The wallet should give you as much functionality and allow you to do most of your crypto activity in one single place. And so with that, we have a set of products and teams that we've been working closely, one of them being Sovereign. And so, the idea here is to have as much, like I said, have that functionality within the wallet. And so doing things like, lending on Sovereign, so lending Bitcoin on Sovereign directly and in the wallet, so that you don't have to go to their protocol, to their front end. Essentially, the wallet becomes another front end for Sovereign and becomes an automated way to do that. So instead of having to first go from Bitcoin to RBTC using the wallet and then going to Sovereign and lending there, basically what you'll be able to do is just in one click go from native Bitcoin to being in a Sovereign lending pool, all in one click. And so we're working with the Sovereign team to figuring out how to get those integrations, and that's just one of them. I also mentioned other projects that we're speaking to doing things like Bitcoin to IBBTC, interest bearing Bitcoin, which is what Badger has launched. And so how to go from Bitcoin to that in one single user click. And so expanding on that, first the team will probably do the first couple of native integrations to test out the plugin framework. But I expect that as we move forward, we'll externalize that capability so anyone can build these strategies and these plugin frameworks. And I also expect that we will have a really good program for rewarding developers that build these integrations. And so similar to what Yearn has done with Yearn strategies, where developers build strategies for the vaults, and however much volume goes through that, you get a percentage. I expect that we will do the same thing with native wallet integrations.
That's perfect. It almost sounds like, is it zapper.io? Like, how you can do a zap or something? It sounds like the Liquality wallet is going to have all of that or similar functionality, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
With the advantage of being unintermediated.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
always like something that we're looking for, right?
I think that I love Zapper, by the way. I know the team, and they're amazing. I think that they've done a really good job of those automations. I think my take is that everything will move to the wallet. The wallet will be the gateway because it provides the most convenience, because it can do your transactions for you. So you know, we have this this, and especially with cross chain, because cross chain gets very tricky to do these kind of like automated transactions. On Ethereum, you can have smart contracts that do it automatically, but the bridges are not automated. And so what the wallet does really well is that it's able to, basically submit transactions on your behalf in the background, basically, painting to the user as if it was one click, when the wallet is actually doing a lot of other things in the background for you. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to go to the next question. This is probably one that maybe a lot of people are curious about. It's just if someone can comment, if possible, with regards to the Liquality token.
Yeah. I would say we are under a lot of planning and expect a lot of incredible things coming soon. I don't know if I can say more than that for now. But yeah, that goes along with the early contributor program, goes along with community moderation. We've seen the improvement in that tokenized communities have brought to asynchronous, remote, decentralized coordination of communities, and that's the direction Liquality is moving in.
Exciting. I had a question myself. Just if you could touch a little bit more upon you mentioned optimism, that you want to eventually try to integrate that. Can you talk a little bit more about what you envision for the layer 2 down the road? And what sort of layer 2 solutions specifically do you think you'll be using? And will there be also integration with the Lightning Network on the Bitcoin side?
Yeah, that's a huge topic. So the good part is that we have the chain abstraction layer, which means that we don't have to pick one single layer 2 approach, right? We essentially, layer 2s, the way they're acting right now, they're essentially acting as a completely separate chain. And so when you think of Optimism or Polygon, essentially they're just one more chain that we have to integrate into the chain abstraction layer and have them be compatible with each other. And so, the way that we'll treat it is we'll have a priority of layer 2s that will integrate based on user demand, based on developer infrastructure. And I think Optimism will probably be the first one, followed closely by Polygon. But the reality is that we can integrate all of them, and we don't have to choose. We can let the user choose based on what app they want to use, right? And so if you're going to use Aave, they're launching on Polygon, and so you'll likely need the Matic token in the background. And so the wallet wants to be that automator that gets you from layer 1 to whichever layer 2 you need, and lets you basically play with those dApps and use those dApps. And so that's kind of like the high level approach. Something really interesting that we've started to see as a big opportunity for Liquality is that a lot of these layer 2s have withdrawal periods that based on their security infrastructure to make sure that they're as secure as possible. And so you have like Optimism has a 1-week withdrawal period. What that means is that if you're using a cross-chain swap network that relies on wrapping assets in and wrapping assets out into a third-party chain, those withdrawal periods break those models. And so with Liquality, the way we do the swaps is that there is actually no exchange of value between the chains. They're just two chains, independently. And so to give you an example, if I'm going from Bitcoin to Optimism ETH, I'll lock my Bitcoin on the Bitcoin chain. The market maker will lock its Optimism ETH on Optimism ETH on Optimism, and then I'll withdraw directly out in Optimism. I don't have to, there's no movement between the chains. I'm claiming there, and the market maker's claiming on my Bitcoin on the Bitcoin chain. And so that solves a significant point of friction in L1 to L2 on and offboarding, which I think will be specifically really well suited to do. And then your second part of the question was Lightning. We're basically keeping really close tabs on how Lightning is developing, and the development that's going on in terms of infrastructure. So far, we haven't seen enough enough infrastructure developed to where we feel comfortable including it or prioritizing it in the wallet. But that's that's everybody's dream, I think, is having really fast, really cheap Bitcoin, secure Bitcoin transactions. Alex, Min, I know you've been close to the Lightning Network. I don't know if there's anything you want to add there.
Yeah, just that, it's been a highly requested feature from, our user base and community. So of course it's going to be something that we keep a close eye on. Internally, we've actually created some submarine swaps, which are essentially a way to atomic swap your on-chain Bitcoin for off-chain Lightning Bitcoin. So yeah, we're keeping a close eye on that and, researching things on the development side. So yeah, we'll keep the community aware of our developments moving forward.
And I will add that if you want to work on Lightning integration, please do, right? That's kind of like another thing. We're putting together some really nice documentation of how to integrate a new chain into the Liquality stack. The idea here is that we are bottlenecked by our own capacity as a team. And so the more we remove that bottleneck so that we can include other people that are incentivized together to work on this and grow this together, I think the better we do. And so Lightning, if you understand Lightning at a deep level and want to start integrating it into the chain abstraction layer, that would be amazing.
Perfect. Did anyone else have any questions that they wanted to bring forward? I think, Alex, there was one last question that was brought through in the Telegram group. If the team could just comment, someone was asking if there's any roles open, if you guys are hiring anything specific that's open right now. Are you guys looking for any devs or anyone to join the team or whatnot? And if so, what's the best way to reach out to the Liquality team?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be growing really, really quickly over the next couple of months. And developers, so JavaScript developers, basically both full stack and front end developers, mainly on the JavaScript side, please bring them our way. We're also looking for a Solidity engineer, and so we'll post all of these job descriptions out soon. We're putting them together now. So devs, definitely, like I said, community moderators and growth, growth marketers as well. Please bring them our way. And then the third piece is we're looking for someone who has significant financial services experiences in traditional finance to basically come on board and help us grow the liquidity network. And so bring on board market makers and grow the depth of the other side of that liquidity network. And so again, we'll be posting these job descriptions on the Telegram and online as well. But if you are someone that has those skill sets and are looking for a project that is growing a lot and will continue this growth hopefully over the the next years, and that has what I think is an amazing kind culture as well, please reach out.
Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you guys for presenting. That was fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'll open it up as well to the Liquality team to see if anyone else has anything to add that I forgot to mention. And I'll just leave that space for a few seconds. Okay, looks like I did a good job.
Cool. So yeah, now that we're at the close of the call, I think it might be time to choose our lucky winner for $50 worth of RBTC. So what I've done is picked a random number using Google's tool in the second tab over here. For the non-Liquality teammates on the call, if you could post a random number between 1 and 10, we'll be, picking the winner based on who's closest to this random number. So yeah, feel free to just write down a number from 1 to 10 in the Zoom chat, and hopefully somebody will get lucky. All right, I think that's pretty much everyone, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, drum roll, please. Okay, we got 4. So it looks like Talon is the winner. Congrats.
Nice. Congrats.
Good job. Awesome.
Cool. And Talon, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but are you in the Telegram group? Okay, great. Well, once you join, feel free to message us in the group, or you could DM me directly, and then we'll send the payment over your way.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. That was perfect. I'm looking forward to our next call.
Thank you, Whipper, and thank you for helping us organize and bringing a community. Yeah, making the first community call happen, and there's a lot more coming. So thank you all for joining, and again, reach out, get involved, and if you have any questions, let us know.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. We'll be posting a recording of this call on YouTube later. See you in the next one.
Take care, everybody.
Have a great
Ta-ta.
day.
Bye.